Did you know that over 90% of the world's supercomputers are run on Linux? If you are preparing for a Linux interview, you are in the right place. Hi, I am Suresh, a Linux enthusiast with over 17 years of experience in the field. Throughout my career, I have interviewed more than 500 candidates, so I know what questions are commonly asked and what interviews are looking for. In this video, I am going to cover the most commonly asked Linux interview questions and provide you with detailed answers to help you ace your next interview. We will start with some basic questions and then move on to more advanced topics, including scenario-based questions that often stump candidates. I'll also share practical examples and tips along the way. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more technical interview videos. Let's dive in. Linux. What is the Linux? Linux is an open source operating system kernel developed by Linus Torvalds and released in 1991. It is a core component of various Linux distributions, providing the foundation for the entire operating system. What is a Linux distribution? A Linux distribution, commonly referred to as a distro, is a complete operating system built around the Linux kernel. It includes the Linux kernel, system libraries, utilities, and often applications, and a package management system. Examples include Ubuntu, Fedora, CentOS, and Debian. Differentiate between Unix and Linux. Unix. Unix was developed in the 1970s at AT&T Bell Labs. Unix started as a proprietary operating system, traditionally used in high-end server, mainframe, and workstation environments, still widely used in enterprise environments and specialized applications. Linux. Linux was developed in the early 1990s. Linux is an open source and source code is freely available for anyone to modify and distribute. Used in a wide range of devices from servers, desktops and laptops to smartphones, embedded systems and IoT devices. What is the difference between a soft link and hard link? A soft link is also known as a symbolic link, is a shortcut or pointer that points to another file or a directory. It is similar to a wide Windows shortcut. Soft links can span across different file systems or partitions, whereas hard link is a direct reference to the physical data on the disks. It essentially creates another file entry in the file system that points to the same data blocks. Hard links can only exist within the same file system or partition. The command for soft link ln-s source file name, symbolic file name, and for hard link ln without -s option, source file name and symbolic file name. Let me show you the practical examples for the soft link and hard link. I'm in Ubuntu server. So Ubuntu operating system. Before creating the soft link, I want to see what are the file systems are mounted on the server. I can see root file system as well as TMP file system. So I have two file systems on server. Let me create the soft link. Before that, I want to create one test file for validating the soft link. So I'll create one test file, create soft link as a test file, and I'll add some data into the test file. And soft link. Let me check the content. I can see the content. Now I'll create a soft link. ln space -s source file name, that is soft link, and I'll create link file in another partition, that is TMP file system. I'll create like a soft link new. Let me check this whether soft link has been created or not. is created. So let me check the another thing, that is inode. Let me check the inode numbers for both source file and link file. See the difference between the inode. So the first source file is having 30 is inode number, and the soft link is having different inode number. So here in this scenario, the soft links, the inode numbers are different. Okay, now I'll delete the source file, that is soft link. Now let me check that whether that soft link is existed or not. It is existed, but the color has been changed to red color because the source file is no longer exist. So now the soft link is also, the color has been changed for the soft link. So let me check the soft link content, whether I can able to access it or not. I cannot access because that source file is deleted. So what you understand here is the soft link, it should have the parent, the source file, otherwise there is no use of soft link. And also the inode numbers are different. Okay, now we'll proceed with the hard link. For the hard link, I'll create one test file, touch hard link under root directory. Let me check. Yes, we are in the root directory. And let me write some content into the file. This is the test file per hard link. And hard link is the file name. So let me check the content of the file. See, I can see the content. Very good. Now let's create the hard link. Hard link command is ln space source file name and the link file name. So hard link file name. So let me what is the difference here is that soft link is, we can create a soft link across different file systems, but in hard link we cannot create the hard link in different file system. So it should be within the same file system. So if you create ln space hard link new under tmp, let's see what happened. See, we get the message, error message. What is that error message? Invalid cross device link. So it means we cannot create that hard link in cross device. So it should be in within the same file system. So that means I created the hard link, the source file in root directory. So I should create that link file in the root directory only. So ln hard link new. Let me check that link file. It is created. Let me check the content. I can see the content. Now time to check the inode number and link file name. Sorry, ls-li. I can see that inode numbers are same in both, for both files. Now let me remove the source file. Now let me check the hard link file, whether it is existed or not. It is existed. Let me check the content. It is still there. So that means I can still access my content from the link file in odd link condition, but in soft link condition I cannot access the soft link data when the source file is deleted. So that is a primary difference between soft link and hard link. And also that another difference is inode number are same in hard link for source file and link file, whereas in soft link the inode number is differ for source file and link file. I hope you understand this question well. Let me move with next question. What is the root user in Linux? The root user, also known as a super user, is a special user account in Linux with full administrative privileges. It has the power to execute any command, access any file, and modify any configuration on the system. So root user nothing but is a super user. He has full administrative access, so he can do anything on the server. So he can how can you check that user super user information on the server? id-a root. Remember, the root UID is always 0 and root GID is always 0. So this is all about root account. Explain the file system hierarchy in Linux. Linux follows a hierarchical file system structure where everything starts from the root directory, that is slash. Key directories include /bin, /etc, /home, /var and /usr are part of root. So let me show you practical scenario. In practical way I'll show you. If you run the dffnh command, you will get to know what are the file systems are mounted on the server. So the slash is a root, that is a main file system. If you go to the root file system, if you run lsfnla command, you'll see all the critical file systems under root, which are var /usr /tmp and /opt /home and /etc /dev /boot /bin. So these all are important folders which are part of root, so which are hierarchically designed and which will start from root directory. How can you change permissions for a Linux file in Linux? Permissions for a file in Linux can be changed using the chmod command, followed by the permission codes, which are U for users, G for group, or O for others, and plus or minus to add or remove permissions. So change the permissions command is chmod. Let me show you the practical way. See, I have created one file, hard link. The permissions of the file is currently 644. Now I want to change the file permissions to 666. Let me verify the permissions. See, the permissions have been changed to 666. Now I want to remove the file permission. Write permissions for user. How do you do that? Chmod for user means U, minus means remove, write permission means W, U minus W, and the file name. Let me check. See now. Here, observe here. The W permission has been removed for user. User is the first field is users, second field is group, and third field is others. So the user is having only read permissions. Earlier he has read and write, but we removed write permissions for user, so now he is having only read permission. Explain the grep command in Linux. Grep is a command line utility for searching plain text data sets for lines that match a regular expression pattern. It's commonly used to search file or command output for specific patterns. So grep is a filter actually. We will use the grep to search a pattern in the files. Let me show you. Okay, now I open sshd config. I'm searching for permit. See, you are searching for permit pattern. So it displays all lines which are starts with permit or which contains permit as a word or pattern. See, the first line is having permit root login. Second line is also permit root login. So all lines are having permit as a pattern. So that's the reason it has given these all lines in the output, because which contains permit as a character or pattern. So that is the use of grep command. Hope you understand. What is the purpose of the sudo command? Sudo stands for super user do and allows a permitted user to execute commands as a super user or another user. As specified by the security policy, it's often used to perform administrative tasks that require elevated privileges. In real-time scenario, generally we don't have the root privileges directly. And security reason, the direct root access is disabled by the administrator. So you have to log in by using your ID. So here let me show you. Now my ID is root, but I logged in as a user, not as a root. See, this is my ID. I logged as a Suresh. After that, I have given sudo -i command. Then I became a root. So sudo is one of the facility that you will be turned as a super user or root user. Not only that, if any application account, suppose for example monitor is having some account or application stream is having some account, so that account also you can switch to that account by using the sudo command. But in here I just need to log in as a root account, so I given sudo -i that will switch me as a root user. Next question: how can you check the uses of disk space in Linux? So the answer is the df command is used to display information about the total used and available disk space on the file system. Additionally, the du command is used to estimate file and directory space usage. The command is df-h file system name or du-sh folder name. Let me show you that. See, df-h will display about all your file systems which are mounted on the server, and also it will show you size, the total size of the file system, and used space, available space, and users percentage, and mount point name. So this is about file system. If you want to see inside of the file system, I want to see the space for the folders, estimated space for the folders. How can you check that? For example, I want to see that where file system, where folder space, it gives you 144k. And if you want inside of where, I want to see all the folder subfolder size. For that, you have to give du space sh star. It gives you this subfolder size. So by this way you can find the file system space as well as the subfolders space. Explains the difference between shutdown and reboot commands. Shutdown and reboot are both different. Both are differently used in a real-time scenario. Shutdown is basically we rarely use because shutdown is only to shut down the server. Any maintenance activity or any data center activity will be performed. That time there is a requirement to shut down the servers for some time. For that we have to use shutdown -h now. This command will bring down the server and it will take you to the power off state. But whereas reboot command is often used in real-time scenarios, not oftenly, but will use generally in real-time scenarios whenever there is a patching activity or any configurations changes happens on the systems or any hardware replacements are done on the server. So that time we'll use a reboot. So system should be rebooted. Sometimes it's recommended to reboot after making changes on the server. Then the new changes will be reflected on the server. So reboot will just restart your session. Shutdown command will do only power of the server. So again you need to manually bring up the server from the console in shutdown situation. But reboot, the server will come automatically online. How do you list all processes in Linux? The ps command is used to list currently running processes. The ps space AUX command is commonly used to list all processes in a detailed format. So we'll use ps-ef command to list all the running processes on the server. So in real time we will use this command very frequently to check what are the files services are running or what are the processes are running on the server. And also another command ps-aux. This command also gives detailed information like PID, PPID, percent of CPU, percent of memory, percent of virtual size, state, start, time, command. It gives a detailed information about the processes. So that's all about this video. We'll meet again in the next video with few more interview questions. Until then, bye. Thanks for watching this video. If you like it, don't forget to comment and subscribe for more technical videos. Thank you.